Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me again. So let's continue. We have Genesis 1 through 8, and we are at that point where God gathered water under the sky so that dry land would appear, right? And we know that water is 71% of the earth. And then God says, let the water, right? Let the water gather together. So he is in charge. He has authority. He tells the water what to do. He tells the dry land to appear. So he tells the dry land. So the Lord is establishing his authority here. Okay. So now we're in 1:9. And God said, let the waters under the heavens be collected to one place and let the dry land appear. And it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and he called the collection of the waters seas. So for those of you who are just joining me, I always use the direct Hebrew translation. I don't like when people say like, oh, the Bible's been translated over and over, and it's like, okay, look, so you don't have any kind of doubt. Here it is. All right. Okay. The earth sprout tender sprouts, the plant seeding seed, the fruit tree producing fruit according to its kind, whichever seed is in it on earth. So, okay, we have no humans there. We have no animals. But now we are receiving plants. We're receiving food as plants, right? So animals need food. Humans need food. Humans need oxygen. God has already established the water. He's already now establishing, which, by the way, we get more than half of our oxygen from the ocean, and now fruit. Okay? So I kind of say it like this to some people is like, imagine you're going to buy an animal and or a fish, and you have to get the aquarium prepared. If it's a saltwater fish, you got to get a saltwater tank with a machine and everything, keep it, flowing, the salt water. If it's a terrarium, then you need to put something that animal is familiar with, and you are prepping your animal's land, okay? Or place to live, water, environment. So God is literally producing our environment. So he says that the earth sprout plants, and the plants had seeds, and the fruit had seeds. And it says according to its kind. So if we tried to plant a lemon seed, we would not get an apple tree. So God is literally telling us like, hey, look, biology and in chemistry, this is how it works. Like plant life, like a seed of its own kind. And so you see, if an apple falls from a tree, you eat the apple and you have the seeds, you can produce more apple trees. All right. And the earth bore tender sprouts, the plant seeding seed according to its kind, and the fruit tree producing fruit according to its kind, whichever seed is in it. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening and there was morning the third day. So God saw that it was good. God saw it was good to produce fruit. Okay? So remember, he created the light. The light gives food to plants, but the plants weren't made just yet. Then the water gives oxygen. Okay, feeds the plants. Plants need light and water. That's their food. All right, we're getting somewhere. Okay? And God said, let luminaries be in the expanse of the heavens, to divide between the day and the night, stars. So God wanted a daytime, one big star, which is the sun, and we'll get into that. But he wanted the nighttime to have small luminarities, okay, which are our stars. All right. And let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and for years. Okay? So we see a falling star is what we call it. And so that's a sign. We see the drinking gourd back in slavery time, and the north was their sign, what God gave them. They claim that God gave them that to get them to the north, the drinking gourd. Okay? Which we call like the Big Dipper or the Little Dipper. It's one of the two. Okay? For seasons and for days and for years. So we know that 365, times, nights and days, that tells us our years. Lunar eclipses, all sorts of things like that, right? Give us signs and determine our seasons and things like that. And let them be for luminarities in the expanse of the heavens to give light on earth. And it was so. And God made the two great luminarities. The great luminary to rule the day, and the small luminary and the stars to rule the night. So we have the sun that rules the day. We have the moon that rules the night. Okay? No humans yet. Why would we make a grain and fruit to prepare food for man? Okay? Each seed was designed to create its own plant. Lights in the sky. We're separating night from day. God already told us why. One light, dark. Okay? So why separate the day from the night? I've gotten the answer of sleep. We need a sleep. That's when our melatonin will kick in. We need a rest. It's to let us know that one day has passed, like God has declared it, and it was night and there was day, and it was the third day. Okay. So lights will be used for that. Night lights, moons and stars for who? For who? No one's on the earth. Why do we need to know signs? Why do we need these messages for these signs and to know whether it's day or night if we don't even exist yet? All right. So, what does the sun do? It produces vitamin D, which helps you absorb calcium to strengthen your bones and teeth. Plants need photosynthesis. They need water and they need the sun. What's crazy that at this point, we haven't been created yet. What is God doing here? He's creating a sun for our bones, sun that creates food for our food. Okay? So also note, the ocean, like I said, produces over half the world's oxygen, but there are no fish yet either. But the ocean has been prepared to be breathable and habitated. Okay. All right. So I'm going to stop at 117. I'm just going to make sure that I stop here. 117 for next time. Okay? I think it's crazy. God created light. He's creating these things so that we get signs, so that we have oxygen, so our food has oxygen, so our food has food, which is sun. All these things, right? And you can look at science and the importance behind things. But at the end of the day, God is creating in Genesis a place where we will live, a place that is habitable for us as human beings. And it just gets better, guys. And so I just want to say thank you. I want to keep it short. Thank you for joining me on this Bible study, and I hope that you will come back for next time. We will get into Genesis 1:17. I love you guys. God bless you. Have a wonderful day, week. Bye-bye.